Because it is fitting that we are in Castleford today, the birthplace of the rugby league legend Roger Millward, who died this week, aged 68. Standing at 5'4", he was a giant for Hull KR, who have retired his number 6 shirt as a mark of respect this week, and he was a giant of the sport.
Roger Millward was one of the game's all-time greats for both club and country. Arguably his greatest game was his last, the 1980 Challenge Cup final for Hull Kingston Rovers against Hull. A broken jaw in the 13th minute couldn't stop him producing a captivating performance.
Do you have a drop? I said I thought he might have a drop, and he does before half-time.
10 years earlier, he'd inspired a Test Series win for Great Britain against the old enemy Australia.
And Millward is in for a beautiful try.
A man so tiny could be so big on a pitch, and yet he could be so modest in what he did.
This is the setter, Millward! Millward, what a tail boy!
We've lost another superstar. I'm going to miss him. He was one of my best mates and one of my best friends.
Being a little lad growing up in Castleford in Walden Lane, you've arrived at the pinnacle of your sport. You're captain in your country. You know, I used to love the game, and I think if you love a thing enough, you'll get on with it.
As ever, the rugby league family coming together to remember one of the greats, and Roger Millward's ex-teammates from both Castleford and Hull KR are here today. All 4 sides of the ground applauding for that minute's tribute. It's Castleford against Salford, the 2016 Challenge Cup, and your commentary team this afternoon: John Keir, Jonathan Davis and Dave Woods.
Well, the challenge now today is for these two teams to play in the spirit of Roger Millward, with equal portions of verve, imagination and bravery. That's the way they're lining up Castleford today. Injury problems, Grant Millington a prop at standoff, McShane at scrum half is a hooker. On the bench, Danny Tickle, a late inclusion for his debut. So it is swap and change about for Cass. Salford give a delayed debut to winger Daniel Vida. The Samoan sign from Brisbane has finally recovered from a shoulder injury. That's a big pack as well. It'll be interesting to see how long the giant Phil Joseph, or even if the giant Phil Joseph, plays out of dummy half. There is our referee today, a late change James Child, taking charge.
Okay, stay on side, guys, stay on.
And it's a grand day down the lane. But on who does the Challenge Cup sunshine shine brightest today? It'll be Salford who get the first touch of the ball, the first chance to test the resolve of this Castleford pack. So let's hear from the 2 men alongside me. First of all, Jonathan Davis.
Yeah, it's an exciting game. It's a great venue to come and play. Fantastic atmosphere. You know you're going to play an open, attractive game with Cass, but I agree with the boys in studio. It's Millington, you know, and McShane at halfback. The pack have got to lay a good platform to get them moving around the field.
Flanagan has taken it to the 30-metre mark. John Keir.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Phil Joseph is taking the dummy half role and playing it effectively. It'll be interesting also to see how long he stays out there in that role and what the replacement is round about 15-20 minutes time.
Well, it's a colourful occasion, isn't it? The bright orange, if you like, of Castleford here against the darker colours of Salford, and a chance for Ryan Hampshire to bring it back, the man on loan from Wigan. Would claim to be a standoff, but has played most of his time in the fullback position.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a huge challenge for you know, Phil Joseph to get to every tackle. I think, you know, he's used to playing prop. It's going to be difficult for him.
Move, Phil. Ball, Craig.
Well, they've got all kinds of connotations, as John Keir was suggesting, as to how it might swap and change as the game goes on. But it's a fascinating tussle here, because it's not beyond the stretch of any imagination that one of these two sides could be gracing the Wembley final in August. They both have a very good chance if they negotiate this one here today. Early kick from McShane. It catches the wind a little and will, in the end, bounce out of play. So head and feet for Salford.
And that's one of the problems Castleford will have. I mean, obviously, Luke Gale is the main kicker within the Castleford team, and he's missing today. McShane comes in with his left foot kick there, and it was a bit indifferent to start with. He'll need to settle into that, and he'll need to have a really good kicking game. It's a small field, and normally Castleford really do know how to kick this ball on this field. So obviously McShane's influence in that, and perhaps Hampshire's will be vital.
So making his 100th career appearance today as well, Paul McShane. Leeds, Hull, Widnes, Wakefield amongst his previous clubs, and a lift here for Salford with a penalty, which means a little of the hard work is taken off their shoulders. They can clear their lines with a kick.
Yeah, you know, poor discipline, and now easy field position for Salford. I agree with John as well, the kicking aspect. Yes, you know, they're great footballers, Millington, but the kicking, here's the steal, the kicking, especially in the last tackle, it will be crucial.
Hold.
Joseph, the man at dummy half. Inside of him is a pass from Dobson to Kopchak, who's wearing the mic today, so we'll be hopefully hearing some of those secrets from on the pitch at half-time and at full-time and tomorrow as well. But Salford working themselves into a decent position. Joseph, the man. Dobson again now. Options right and left. Robert Louis, who's going to be such an influence today to his former West Tigers teammate Ben Murdoch-Masilla. And Salford are creeping closer. Joseph, Flanagan, Dobson, all the ball's been dropped. And Castleford have some relief.
Yeah, Griffin on a great angle. Yeah, here's the mistake. I don't think he was ready for it. I think the ball is going to go, you know, in front of him to Haraki. But, you know, if you're on the rugby field, you've got to be prepared. The ball is going to come to you. So, missed opportunity for Salford.
Let's set up. Okay. Heads in, Gareth.
Interesting to see Salford as well. They've got Vido on the right side and Josh Jones in the right centre, and Carney over on the left today with Julius Hell. So, interesting to see the dynamics of that.
It's a massive backline, isn't it?
I was going to say, Daniel Vido looks almost tiny in that company, doesn't he? Next to Josh Jones. I just wonder what's going through his mind, Daniel Vido, and likewise what's going through the mind of Danny Tickle, who thought his career might have been over. But here he is today on the bench, potentially to make his debut, almost certainly to make his debut in this game. That's a ball steal, penalty for Castleford.
And again, with Danny Tickle, I think if the kicking game isn't going well, Danny Tickle is a very, very good kicker out of hand. They might put him on.
So and there is Danny Tickle, jogging to relieve some of those butterflies, I'm sure, before his eventual involvement. It's a small pitch here, John Keir, isn't it? That's very important for any team who plays here. You've got to manage the distance. The lines are not quite even because it's not quite 100 yards. You're defending very quickly on a pitch like this.
You certainly are, yes. You look for 40-20s a lot more on a pitch like this, but also you tend to use more midfield kicks, and Castleford are very astute at putting the ball high and putting pressure on the Salford recipients, or whoever the opposition is down at Weldon Lane.
Great pressure here for Castleford. Crooks is tackled, but back to the middle it comes. A little step by Mike McMeekan. One of several who've come through the London route in rugby league these days. Jewett with a little step, but he's going to be held up, but close. Milner at dummy half. He's going to go himself here, but he's not, because they had him ready and waiting. Kopchak with that tackle. McShane with the kick to the in-goal area. Vino can watch it out of play for a tap back on the 20.
And again, it's the weight of the kick. You don't want to put it dead, because even if you catch it in goal, you know, you get the ball back, and that's the problem. But again, you talk about the size of the pitch. That's why discipline is so important. Wherever you get a penalty on this pitch, you could be on the front foot then in the opposition half.
And also, Jonathan, with that indifferent kick from Paul McShane there, it's gifted them a 20-metre tap, so straight away Carney's carrying the ball in midfield.
Well, you don't have to tell us it's Justin Carney, do you? I think the Castleford fans identified him there. Kopchak. Justin Carney back to his wing on that left-hand side. And Salford working this right side with Louis to Murdoch Masilla. Josh Jones, the giant, the former Saint, playing at centre here for Salford, but equally at home in the back row as well. Kopchak. One tackle to go in this set. Joseph flicks it left. Dobson puts it high. There's a test here. Monaghan's usually very good under the high ball, and proves that is the case again.
But that's a perfect kick, isn't it, Dave? They put the ball up in the air. Monaghan fielded the ball, but as he fielded it, they tackled him, and that's one tackle of the 6 gone.
And also, if you're a Salford kicker, you know, you don't want to be putting the ball at the Monaghan and Solomona. They're big wingers and great under the high ball. I think they've got to target Hampshire.
McShane put down on the marking that tells us it's the 30-metre mark, but after 2 giant steps by the giant Junior Moores, he's already well beyond the 40-metre mark on this tiny pitch. And Milner in at dummy half. Jewett again. He's off on a journey at the end of this year. He's going to Australia, isn't he? Lee Jewett to sign for the Townsville Blackhawks. McShane puts it high. O'Brien underneath it, takes it safely. And Castleford's chase is good enough.
Yeah, no pressure on the full back there from the high kick. Easy take for O'Brien.
Move! Paul still got it, wait.
Feel each other out, aren't they, at the minute, Dave?
Yeah.
They really are, and you know, just seeing Hull make the first error to give an opportunity
10 metres
for a good ball attacking set.
Here he comes again. Wait for the booze, the pantomime booze, as Carney will take them on and ducks through, but just loses his footing. So he has to play it there, but quickly taken on by Junior Sal. And Sal ripping a hole through the first line of the defence, and Junior Sal is over again. They cannot stop him scoring at the moment, Junior Sal.
That's a great burst from Sarr. You know, from a quick play of the ball by Carney, he just shot out to the blocks. Great evasive skills. Get on the outside, and no chance at all for Hampshire. Just what? Scoops out in not 10 metres. He runs at the forward, and then once he gets through, no stopping him.
Jonathan, you picked it out. It was the quick play of the ball from Carney. He got his nose to the defensive line, played it quickly. It wasn't a set defensive line, and Junior Sal just picks up, changes the ball carrying hand there, so he's got the right hand fend if required. Didn't need it, and over in the corner for a very good try indeed from that man, Junior Sal.
And again, it was Millington who's getting back there. I know he's playing stand-up, but he is a front row forward, so you know it's going to be difficult for Millington. He's going to have the ball in hand a lot more. He's going to be tired, but that is a brilliant finish by Junior Sal.
Well, he comes into this game on the back of a couple of hat-tricks.
Time off.
2 successive hat-tricks, Junior Sal. He's now scored 7 tries in 3 games, and this one is only a few minutes old.
Confidence is a fantastic thing. When you're playing with confidence, you've just got to make the most of it. You want the ball in hand.
So a chance to turn 4 into 6. It's a difficult kick though from that touchline. The goal finder is good though. It's right between the uprights. O'Brien and Salford lead by 6 points to 0.
Here's Justin Carney. You see there, a bit of footwork there, and he comes through the defensive line, lands on the front, quick play the ball. It's a disrupted line, Off he goes, Junisau, with his play right centre, left centre. It matters not. This boy can carry the ball. Great try.
So McShane gets us started again with a long kick that might be too long. It is. Dobson cleverly making sure his feet were out of play. Or did he? Or did he?
Richard, can you just check this, please?
The touch judge on the far side wasn't sure.
I'm not sure why he actually caught that. I think that was going dead anyway.
Well, all he needed to do was put 1 foot out and just hit the ball. He no need to necessarily catch it. Woof. Was his feet in the air there? Well,
Feet in the air as he leapt out of play.
well, so is it a drop out under the posts?
Yeah, we're just checking it.
He's going to see that again.
He's in the air as he kills that ball.
In the air.
Drop out under the post.
That's a mistake, you know. You just got to.
Well, according to the rules of the game, Jonathan, all he's to do, put 1 foot out of the field of play and just touch the ball. And that would have made it a penalty on the halfway line.
Yeah, and that's all you got to do is stand and catch it. It's a big mistake with Dobson. Overcomplicating it.
Or just not touch the ball at all because it was going out of play on the full.
He was too dead. He was going dead.
So Castleford given a bonus of possession back here and a chance to create some mayhem if they can.
Whoa, move! Get square! Wait! Go.
Lan Patrick, man on a full debut. He has played off the bench since his arrival from Huddersfield, but his first start, his was the original drive there. This now is Milner. Patrick's involved again.
Turn, move! Line.
And already up to that 20-metre mark. Milner looking to the right, and McMeekan, who came back on that angled run, the trademark angled run, is put down 10 away. Milner with a dummy and tries to trick his way over. Well, he's certainly over, but he hasn't touched it down, held up.
I tell you, McMeekan is making great yards, good angles of running, causing problems with the Salford defence.
Tackle 5, Adam. Wait.
And this was a good carry, wasn't it, from Milner there?
Time back on. 5.
Crossed the line, but good work by O'Brien there. Tackled the ball, prevents him grounding it.
They go back the 10 yards to play the ball. That's a big kick which Monaghan takes. Oh, the referee says play on, and McMeekan is there to score. I rather think they're going to the video ref on this.
I think it's a try.
I agree, Jonathan. I think that's a try as well.
Well, the referee said play on.
I think it comes back.
And the referee's given a try on the field.
So let's hear from the video referee to see what the judgment is.
It's from a kick, so we need to see if they're onside. Okay, here we go. So the right hand side are off, all okay. All good there. Okay, you can see the ball goes forward, so we need to see if it touches. We need to see if it goes back off Salford. It looks to be Michael Dobson, I think, who touches the ball. Just have a close-up of that, please. Looks to be Michael Dobson who touches the ball. Here we go. So Joel Monaghan catches the ball. And it is knocked back by Salford. It's actually Junior Sow's arm, I think. Yeah, it is, number 4, Junior Sow's arm, so we can go through to the grounding. That's a try.
Cheers.
So the majority here are going to enjoy this moment because the try is given to Mike McMeekan, his 5th of the season. The tall second rower from Basingstoke, and Castleford with an immediate response.
I think the interesting thing there was the kicker. I think Ryan Hampshire stepped in, put the kick up, he aimed for Monaghan. It's clear. You know, he's so good in the air, Monaghan. He gets it. And he just, you know, Dobson tries to pat it back. That's unlucky for Salford, but good play, you know, by Castleford and this player to score the try.
Interesting as well, Dave, that it's Paul McShane taking the conversion kick.
Well, he hasn't kicked any so far this year, has he? So it's a good time for him to start that goal-kicking record, and he has done. So he's got a 100% kicking record so far this season. 1 out of 1.
Retire now.
Well, we talked about the kicking game, and this is where Ryan Hampshire stepped in. That's a pretty good kick there. It's a strike weapon for any team with Joel Monaghan in there. He fielded the ball cleanly, tried to throw it back, as Salford had played at it, and that's why Meeker has come up with a deserved try, because Jonathan, as you've rightly said, he's really made a big impression in the early part of this game.
So we're all square at 6 points apiece. 12 minutes of this first half played. And Castleford, although they're starting on their own line here, given the dimensions of this pitch, will not be long before they're putting some real pressure on Salford again if they can keep hold of the ball for the next 6 tackles. Massey.
David, it is a short pitch, but believe you me, if you get in the fresh air, it looks a long way, and you've got big guys pursuing you.
I remember you scoring a few tries on this field, John Keir.
It seemed a long way to me anyway.
It looked a long way for those watching as well, with those little legs pedalling away. Well, you got there in the end. You got there in the end. Castleford are inside the Salford half.
Good yardage here by Cass. Very good set.
Jewett puts the ball under that right shoulder and tries to burst away through. Former Salford player Lee Jewett as well, of course. Not the happiest of times there for him. Hampshire puts the kick high in the air. Carney's having a look at this. Down it comes from the blue skies. It's Millington who kicks it on. Crooks tries to get the kick, hits a Salford player. O'Brien comes up with possession. Salford having
well, that's the avenue they've got to go. Monaghan has got the wood over Carney. He's great, you know, in the air. And Hampshire's taking over the mantle of putting the ball on a plate for him.
Yeah, they were much better ends of sets out there. They're challenging.
Here's Vido. And a couple of glimpses of him so far in the game at Daniel Vido, but nothing explosive just yet. Wide it goes. Solomona to collect. And talk about Junior Sauer being an inspiring try-scoring form, but Salford have one of their own in Solomona, but his passing might not be the best. Ben Crooks has knocked on a bit of advice from the touch judge. And Solomona's furious, but it wasn't a great pass in the first place, was it?
Well, this is, I think, what Castleford have got to do. Not the greatest pass, very difficult to take for Crooks, but I think, you know, the strike power the boys have mentioned in studio, they can't afford mistakes, you know, in their own 20-metre area.
No, it's gifted Salford a really advantageous position there, and on tackle one, so he's just invited Salford in to say, hey fellas, can you score?
And Jewett's gone off to the blood bin as well.
Here's Robert Louis. Masilla, Murdoch Masilla. How often do you see one passing to the other? Joseph still going. The engine's still running a dummy half for Phil Joseph. Flanagan steps off the left foot and urges himself forward again. Castleford defenders are already back on their own goal line. Joseph goes left to Kopchak, and Dobson now will swing it away. The defence from Crooks, who was up quickly, but O'Brien is able to recover his poise and recover the spilled ball.
Good read by Crooks.
Dobson. Heavily in by George Griffin.
Release for goal line.
Still got a couple of tackles to go here.
You're pushing forward as well.
It's back with Dobson. Dobson back to Robert Louis. There's danger here. Louis, though, can't brush off the defenders. Can offload well, though. Dobson.
That's great scramble defence by Castleford.
Joseph bending up. I'm sure a tiring back now. Louis with a kick. Crooks gets arms and tries to reach it. Carney picks up a ball that was touched by Castleford, so another 6 tackles for Salford to have a go.
This is a fair examination, isn't it? They've gifted an error on the first tackle, played the full set out. The Salford Red Devils are now got a second consecutive set.
Exhausting moments for the Castleford defence. Can Salford find a way through? Joseph. Looking to bowl it back, no he doesn't. And it's Craig Kopchak who goes to dummy half this time. There's not a lot of sprightliness in that position, is there? Here's Dobson with a pass away. Again, Castleford's defence pushing up. Again, Salford survived the pressure and keep possession. Wasn't touched though, so the tackle count remains as it was. Jones, Vito. Well, they're juggling it all over the place. They've lost about 20 metres as well here. Have Salford.
That's tremendous structured defence though there from the Castleford Tigers. Really is moving up in a line, working hard for each other, putting the Salford attackers under pressure.
Joseph, Dobson. Into the line comes Wella Haraki.
Move, goal line, Ryan.
He's had his injury problems this season as well, hasn't he? Dobson again on that left-hand side with a kick that hits and skittles against legs, and Salford don't get the break. Castleford do get the ball.
It was desperate defence that time because they were short on numbers on the, especially on the right-hand side. But the line speed was very, very good. And great decision-making, especially by Crooks.
Well, that'll be a big boost for Castleford. It really will. They'll take great confidence in that. That was 12 tackles on their own line that they defended. Marvellous defence. And there's the end of the Salford set of 12 tackles.
Oh, and here they go. Webster gets the ball away, and suddenly they're sweeping forward in the shape of Denny Solomona. Solomona's passed to Monaghan. Back to Solomona. Has he kept a hold of it? No, he's not, but he gets it at the second attempt. No, he doesn't. Salford have it back.
That's brilliant play by Castleford. Solomona, Monaghan. They made something out of nothing there, and unfortunately just dropped the ball.
Dominant! Stand, ball, Nathan. Wait, Adam.
Chance in their arm there, the Castleford Tigers.
Here's Vito.
Move, get
It's nip and tuck at the moment, isn't it? It's exciting stuff at the moment as well. As Dobson probes that left-hand side, it's a forward pass. Castleford get head and feed. So let's hear from Robbie Hunter-Paul. Robbie, what do you say?
Well, I've got to say the game's opened up right now. It's very, very free-flowing style of game, but the areas are starting to peak and the team's starting to turn the ball over. Now, I don't know what it looks like on TV at home, but I can tell you pitch side, as we are right down here on the sideline, is absolutely baking. The longer the opposition, the longer the team, your team has to defend, the more energy it's going to draw out of you. So the word's going to come from the sideline that these players need to make sure that they finish out their sets and they turn those sets into points.
There's a chance for both sets of players to get some water in here.
I think the one clear thing for me, in the first 80 minutes, is the organisation from the half-backs of Salford. They look far more threatening. They look far more organised. When they've got Louis and Dobson, but also O'Brien is there directing everyone as well. So they have a huge advantage with those three over Castleford. With a makeshift half-back partnership.
Heads in tight, Gareth. Lock in,
but Castleford can make things out of nothing, as Solomona almost did there, and this is a great attacking position for the Tigers.
6-6 as it stands. 19th minute is entered, and a penalty here for Castleford as well. Do they think about 2 points here?
Well, it's a knockout game, isn't it?
But they've not got a regular kicker on as well, haven't they? That adds.
No, they're off.
Well, they're taking the tap.
It was an easy kick, though.
Ends the debate. Milner at dummy half. McShane with a short pass. McMeekan has knocked on. I think it hit a Salford player after McMeekan had lost it.
There's your answer. Should they take 2 or shouldn't they? Knockout game, keep the tins rattling.
Yeah, and as Robbie says, finish your sets. Have to finish your sets. It's very, very warm. Let's see that again.
Let's get set up, second row.
Well, Castleford would prefer that Luke Gale was out on the pitch today. Instead, he's speaking with Tanya Arnold down on the touchline. Tanya.
He's just making his way down to us at the moment because he's at the back of the stand, surrounded by quite a lot of his teammates. Luke, what do you make of this so far?
Yeah, I think we started real well. Obviously a close game. I just think we need to get our kicking game a bit better and stop their back three. The back three are massive, the likes of Carney. Stop them getting on a roll. I think it'll be there for us.
And Grant Mellington, obviously you played alongside him in the halves. What does he bring to the role?
Obviously, he's a front row playing half, but he's got great skill. Brings a lot of composure. Played a lot of games in Australia, so it just brings a lot of composure to the team.
Thanks for your time, Luke. Thank you.
Adam Wall is on the field from the interchange bench with that last run, and Dobson with the kick. Should be straightforward for Hampshire, and is. And Hampshire brings it back to the 10-metre mark.
But they'll be happy with that turnover. It's 10 metres away from the Castleford line. And I'm with Jonathan. I think Salford are looking more threatening with the half-back organisation. Also, I think Phil Joseph has done a pretty good job, and he's still out there after 20 minutes at dummy half.
Craig Kopchak, the man who's gone off, and reminder that he's wearing that player mic today. We'll hear evidence of that at half-time and full-time, and again tomorrow. Suggest he's only picking up a bit of heavy breathing at the moment as he recovers from, there he is, recovering from his stint. Oh, here's a chance for Massey to try and cut through the middle. Milner on the last. McShane with a kick, which is executed very well to put Salford on the back foot.
I think they've just got to keep it basic, you know, with the half-back they have here. They've got to keep it basic, take it up, trundle it up, no risks, and then got to get exactly what they've just done there. Try and force the error, and then play in the opposition half.
Yeah, that was a good end, wasn't it? Because it took out the conundrum of the back three of Salford by putting it over the sideline. And it's very even, same as with regard to possession. Cass just shading the territory.
It's one of those really exciting weekends as well.
Let's lock in, Ryan.
This game here today, delicious, delightful, and then tomorrow St Helens against Hull, which will be everything this game is, and possibly a little bit more as well. Two pedigree sides tomorrow. We're on there 4 o'clock, BBC 2.
Well, the way the Super League has gone, everyone can beat each other, can't they? So maybe you would just favour them as home advantage, but you never know this season. You never ever know.
Carney, another crowd-pleasing run from him. Salford up to the 40-metre.
It was Carney first, Junior Sow once again off the quick play of the ball.
Foreground move! All the way, come on, wait.
Krasnicki, who's on the field. Robert Louis. O'Brien to Josh Jones, and Jones looking to fend off some of those around him, but he can't do so.
That's a good battle, that, isn't it? Jones against Webster.
Louis sending that kick high. Monaghan keeps a good eye on it and leaps, just turns his back to protect himself and the ball.
So
and
good.
Cass start again.
He is so good under the high ball. He's a long way in field there, wasn't he? You sense maybe he is looking after the full-back Hampshire.
Well, I think what happened there, the play of the ball was right on the right-hand side, so obviously the left winger's up and the full-back tends to cover it, drift over that way, and he obviously tucked in behind the defensive line, Monaghan, to defuse that problem.
That's Matt Cook there, who's taken Castleford to the 40 line. Some rattling tackles coming in, a little offload by Junior Moores keeps things going. Here's Webster. Webster inside for Denny Solomona. Solomona with a sway of the hips gets it back to Webster, who's almost legged up, still going, trying to get the arm free. Hampshire was screaming for it, but the defence was good enough. Pincered him in, and it's knocked on at the play the ball. Gonna go Salford's way.
Yeah, you know, that's a mistake, a big mistake, an attacking opportunity. See it?
Yeah.
Knock on.
Rightly so as well. The referee spotted that, but that's a gilt-edged chance, isn't it? Really is. On half chances such as that, cup ties are decided. And it was a tremendous initially. We see Webster there, props off his left foot there, just comes into the gap. And I thought Solomona might well have backed his pace, but tried to use his footwork.
I thought, exactly the same as you, I thought the referee, you know, would have gone on the way there a little bit, because I think he'd have taken him on the outside. Came off his right foot, good tackle.
Wait! Go.
Well, this Ladbrokes Challenge Cup 6-round tie is boiling up nicely, isn't it? 25 minutes played, 6-6 the scoreline.
Go, 2.
And a biff forward by Adam Wall.
Go 3.
Flanagan is the man who's taken over in the half-back position, the acting half-back position at the moment.
Move, keep coming, lad. Go.
Here he is again.
4.
Dobson
40.
behind a 40, clearly, but just
sliced.
Looking for distance.
I think he sliced that a little bit.
Well.
Hampshire.
1. Move. Wait. it, guys.
They're doing a good job there with the kicking game there, because they're constantly, Castleford are receiving the ball within 10 metres or so of their own line.
Shane again with a very cute one-handed pickup. That's what a trademark dummy half does for you. The pass to Millington, and now Crooks with those legs stretching as he takes them on.
Move, here we are.
And Castleford are flowing back towards the Salford end. Gadwin Springer, the Frenchman, and he's an athlete, and it takes 3 to try to stop him, and eventually they do. But the roll is on and the roar is on as left it comes again. Out comes Louis. McShane bats him off. He almost went underneath the attentions of Adam Wall.
Come on, wait.
Last tackle in the set.
Wait.
Milner. Hampshire testing to the corner. It's Carney against Monaghan, but Carney got there well before Monaghan arrived.
That's good play by Sarr then. Junior Sarr just got in the way and didn't allow Monaghan to jump for the ball, which made it easy for his winger.
Move.
Just checks him, doesn't he? Just checks Monaghan.
Too early.
Offside, Castleford.
Yeah, they're compounded there.
Offside.
With a penalty for offside, which James Charles had to give because they were.
Okay, Gareth.
And I'm with you, Jonathan. That was good work by the Salford defence off the ball, which allowed Carney to defuse any problems.
Wait. Okay.
Carney.
Whoa!
They love him, though.
Move, back up.
They love him.
Yeah. Hold, Gadwin. Go.
Dobson.
Move.
Jordan Warne.
Hold.
The younger brother of Adam Warne, who's also on the field. Dobson with the inside ball. Looking for some cute stuff, but Castleford's inside defence was alert to that.
Good defence, very good defence.
Flanagan. Dobson. Can't trick his way through individually.
Back up. Go for.
Couple of tackles to go. 10 metres to cover. O'Brien to Louis. Louis with the runners, the options. It's Adam Wall who came on.
Line.
So here's the last play in this set. Flanagan again bends his back. Louis up to the line, threads it through. Wonderful kick. He's in again. Junior Sarr, second try of the game. 8th try in 3 games. He is a veritable try-scoring machine at the moment.
Junior.
He's in absolutely outstanding form, and he scores his try from in a vast array of ways. And this one is a different one. We've spoken about the Salford end of sets have been really good, constantly turning Castleford around. This was a different one. But this is a little cute play with the inside ball, but is that pass forward? And I think the people, the Cas fans below us really feel as if it was. But regardless of that, this was the end of the set. A cute little dab through there from Louis. And on hand there, once again, Junior Sarr, and it's a beautifully weighted kick. We spoke about McShane's kicking it too hard, putting it dead. That was perfection.
That's the difference. 3 options to put the ball on the foot. Good communication. He knows what's coming. He holds his line and then takes a great line after the kick. So, you know, just so much advantage for Salford, you know, with those 3 there playing around the half-back area.
Well, there are some players who start a season dreaming of scoring 8 in a whole campaign. There are some players who dream of scoring 8 tries in a whole career. Junior Sarr has just scored his 8th in less than 3 games, less than 2.5 games. Are we going to see a hat-trick of hat-tricks here? Salford who have the lead by 4, make that 6, because the kick is confirmed. O'Brien kicking again, and it's 6 points to 12 in Salford's favour.
Just watch, you know, it's just the weight, and he knows what's happening because he has got the jump on everyone there. He has shot through it. No one near him.
Just got to get back on the 10 metres. I'm getting you there.
It's Martin Gleeson. Think a bit of the on-field message carrying for Salford.
Yeah, it's just you just went too early.
Wigan, St Helens, Huddersfield star, of course, Martin Gleeson. So just creeping towards the half-hour mark in this game, and it's slight advantage Salford.
Whoa! Move! Here we are, wait! Go.
Dobson. Just give me the ball, I think is a cry from that left-hand side.
Wait. Go.
Again, quick play the ball from Carney. Junior Sow jumps in and takes off. It's been very, very effective.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Haraki who's there again, so he's enjoys on that left-hand side.
Step
By
Wall.
Yeah.
Adam of that ilk. 6 tackle coming. Dobson kicks ahead of that. And Hampshire's across there. That's a really good kick from Dobson because, well, in the end it ran just too far, but it was keeping Hampshire guessing there, wasn't it, for a little while?
The wind slightly favouring Salford in the first half, so...
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst kicks Salford have put in all afternoon. It's interesting as well to see that Flanagan now has moved to the dummy half position.
Back up, wait. Go.
Milner. Spring up.
2, move, 10 metres, Adam. Go.
French guy, Guyan-born. Gadwin Springer. And get the words and the letters out in the right order.
Paul Jordan. Go 3.
He's a handful. He's a mouthful. McMeekan.
4. Move. Just wait.
Milner. Hard and in again by Lee Jewett.
Release all the way, come on.
Him from the Castleford Cup run a couple of years ago when he scored a match-winning try at Wigan. Lee Jewett, that's a good kick, but it's taken easily enough by Gareth O'Brien.
Yeah, it needed to be a bit deeper, that one, didn't it, from Hampshire? Because it was just too easy for him to take. And I think the Castleford chasers were offside as well, which is why they didn't really challenge. But once again, look at Carney.
2 moves!
Yeah, Flanagan,
My word.
Two people on the ground, look.
Well, they call him the tank on the flank, but he's quite a handful down the middle as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hold.
Flanagan,
Go 3.
a dummy half. Josh Jones, just when Castleford thought they'd seen the last of the big fellas. Jones comes crashing at you. Takes it beyond the 40-metre mark. Salford with Robert Louis to Dobson. They're going left again. Dobson has the ball knocked away by Milner, and he bounces nicely for Milner. The referee was mindful to blow, then thought again, maybe suggesting that the video referee could sort this out, but then in the end decided that it was a knock-on that he'd seen, and so stops the Milner run.
Well, I hope he's got it right now because he's blown up. Milner was winning for a try. I just hope the call is right and there is a knock-on. If there isn't a knock-on...
in the line when you're coming back from the tackle, all right, all the way back. I don't need to go. We've got the call. We've got the call. I'll watch it tomorrow. I could, but I don't need to. We've got it right.
Well, it's good defensive pressure, isn't it, from Milner?
Oh, well, there's no knock on there.
Well, that is the knock-on, Dave.
Come on, guys. Come on.
There's no knock on there.
Well, come on. I think it was in the tackle. This is it. Just watch.
I don't think he touched the ball.
Well, I think it's a different angle.
You had a good chat. Yeah. I know that.
My word.
Heads in tight, guys.
Yeah, this is the one. Just watch.
Ball in. Oh.
He doesn't touch the ball. Doesn't touch the ball.
No.
Pick the boys in studio can pick the bones out of that.
Yeah, well, good luck to them because I think the touch judge has got that one wrong.
O'Brien, inside it goes, and Jordan walled. Well, he went forward 10, came back 8. And Niall Evalds is on the field. He's a flash of lightning at times, isn't he? Niall Evalds. Murdoch-Masila to Jones.
He's now gone to dummy half, Dave. Yeah. He's the third dummy half Salford have employed in this, was it 33 minutes of the game?
Krasnicki, the Albanian-born front row forward. There's not many of them knocking around in Super League. Forward pass claimed for, but not given. Haraki put down. Evalds. Little step by Dobson. Great catch by Hampshire, and suddenly he can weave a little magic here. Lots back. Evalds got hands on him. Cas fans felt there was rather more to that challenge than the referee saw.
I think he was going down.
Monaghan. It's fiery, it's feisty, but it's fun.
You're on top of him.
And it's Castleford in possession.
Regardless, Hampshire did a good job there defusing the situation.
A very good job, yeah.
Getting in the yards.
Move, Adam, wait.
McShane.
Go 3.
Milner standing just behind him. Jewett suddenly sprang into life.
Michael! All the way. Go.
Milner. Millington. McMeekan to Monaghan. Milner. Now Springer. They've rattled him, but he almost got the arm free. Oh, he almost got it free again. That would have been an offload, but it didn't quite happen. But they've still got another play here. McShane, 10 metres out. Little chip to the corner. Up they go. Back it comes. Over goes Webster. Jake Webster with the try. Castleford feel a little justice written into that moment of the game.
And that's what happens when you have great execution on the kick. McShane, we've criticised him, but that is a beautiful kick. Salamona goes up, and it's great play by him. Back to Webster, and that's a brilliant try. And that is the difference when the kick is spotted. Just watch, he knows what he's doing, he reads it well. That's a lovely little chip. Salamona is brilliant, and that's just good support play. Great try, Castleford.
Well, there's two great pieces of skill there. First of all, the kick is absolutely on the money, and secondly, Salamona's skill there is like a salmon, isn't he? Leaping, and then up he goes. Basketball player just taps it back into Webster's hand. Great skill that is. And Webster, obviously, he knows he can do that. He was on hand, and that's a very, very good try.
It's such an advantage when you're a winger running onto the ball. You can time your jump. If the kick is spot on, the defensive winger has no chance of getting up above you. That's a brilliant, brilliant try.
The salmon likes Salamona.
Salmon like Salamona, who's a basketball player as well. But it's a try.
I think Castleford have got to come down this left-hand side. You know, they look dangerous. They've got Webster there, they've got Moores there, and Salamona.
And an attempt of a conversion here from Paul McShane. He's putting his 100% record on the line here this season. Slightly more difficult than the first attempt, you would think. But buoyed by the confidence that has given him, he has struck that superbly well, has McShane. 2 out of 2, 12 points apiece, and it's a scoreline that the game deserves, isn't it, at this stage?
Well, there's nothing in it anyway. You know, it's a great try score, but defences are on top. It's a beautiful kick, great skill, lovely try.
Yes, excellent, wasn't it? It really was excellent, and
stay outside.
You can see what it meant to that fella.
You have to take your hat off to him. You know, he's playing out of position. He's calling all the shots. You know, he's taking the kicking game on. He's on a very good half.
Jake Webster should have played last week against St Helens, but pulled out in the warm-up because of I think it's a calf injury that he's had that keeps dogging him. So he's probably still carrying that a little bit today, Jake Webster. But then I'd suggest that just about every player on the field is probably carrying something at this stage of the game, this stage of the season.
Yeah, when you play rugby league, the only game you're ever 100% fit is the first one you ever play, I think.
Jewett.
Move, come on!
Milner rolls up to dummy half. There's a couple of Salford players left on the ground as Milner brings it away.
Move all the way! Wait!
McShane. Going right, McMeekan. Good hands, quick hands, Monaghan's away! Steps on the inside, great tackle O'Brien, but when one is stopped, another comes. McMeekan, his second of the game. Castleford finding a path through on that right-hand side and finding themselves in the blink of an eye from behind in the lead.
Well, we spoke about the threat that the left-hand side of Carney and Junior South posed, but this was smart little short side play there. McMeekan interested 2 players, soft hands then, release Monaghan, then McMeekan stayed alive to complete the job.
They got the numbers wrong here. Look what Junior South comes in, he should stay out. There's a lovely ball, creates a space for Monaghan, he's got to stay on his man. Lovely support again, Crooks inside. This guy, McMeekan on the outside.
Did you have a view on that collision?
Lovely try again.
He's having a really good game, isn't he, McMeekan? He's caused trouble with his ball carrying. Been on hand for 2 tries. First class stuff.
Well, the place is beginning to bounce a little now, isn't it?
Well, you know, you felt Junior South's second try. Salford were just getting on top with that organisation. but brilliant response from Castleford. 2 lovely, lovely tries.
We're not sure. It's off the screen, Paul. Cheers. Yeah.
So McShane will take his time again here. Paul McShane. As you mentioned earlier, his 100th career appearance. He was at Wakefield Trinity last season, and then a swap deal that took Scott Moore to Wakefield and brought McShane here. And he's been around Leeds for 4 or 5 years. That's where he started his career. That's where he came to prominence. Lone spell at Hull. He's been at Widnes. And there's a kick that shows that he is a very good goal kicker, for all that he's not been in that role so far this season. But Castleford leading now by 18 points to 12.
Taking every opportunity. Just watch. He goes in. He's the one who offloads as well. Sucks Sao in. He's the one who reacts quickest. There he is again, finishing it off.
I love that though, Jonathan. I really do. He's created it with his pass, and then he's followed. It's pass and follow. A simple thing you teach school kids, but it's still very, very effective.
So it is Salford now who need a response, trailing by 6. He's still going here.
Move! Hold!
Milner. Springer. He goes again, looking for another bruising encounter.
He's had a good impact, Gadwin Springer, hasn't he?
Carries the ball very well.
Move! All the way! Go.
Milner. Weaving and dodging his way forward. Doing the job.
Come on, back out!
Carrying his side into their opponent's half, and now Monaghan will try his luck from dummy half, and has got half away, and then he goes.
Backwards,
Oh, unlucky there. I thought they had a great opportunity just to go for the drop goal there. You know, great break by Monaghan. And there was a chance to go.
Wait. Go.
That would have been a massive moment in the context of the game had Monaghan kept his feet.
Hold! Go, Paul, you're not square, Paul!
Krasnicki.
There, move! Come on, Matt!
And he, like McMeekan, had there been no London Broncos, might have been lost to the game. Louis, that's a delicate little kick, but he raised the word delicate and
that's it.
Put in the word too heavy. And the hooter will sound at the end of what has been a fascinating first half. That was the last act. Castleford having to come from behind to lead at half-time here by 18 points to 12. But it has been wonderfully, wonderfully entertaining, hasn't it? Salford's Junior Sow with his 2 tries. McMeekan 2 back for Cass. Webster is the difference. And the 2 sides seem to be staying on the field a little here. But let's hear from Joel Monaghan, who's speaking now with Tanya Robert.
Well, you might be a patched-up team, but you seem to be throwing your chances around, chanting your arm out there.
Yeah, it is. We spoke about the Challenge Cup, so it's do or die, so whoever's picked, go out and do the job.
How are the energy levels? Is that going to be the key for you in the second half?
I think it is. It's it's a tough day, hot day, but I think whoever controls the ball win.
Thanks for your time. Let's bring in Michael Dobson. Michael, do you feel you've done much wrong in that first half?
We're a bit erratic with the ball. We just need to get back and play a bit more simple. They're showing us how to play going through the middle, and they're putting us under the pump a bit there, so we need to get back to doing that.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
What a cracking first half of Rugby League that was, as our Challenge Cup coverage starts in the jungle this season. They're the stats for your perusal, fairly balanced. More errors from Castleford though, and we'll look at the opportunities that they've spurned actually, and they've made what a good 125, 135 more metres. But as we look at those stats, Brian Noble, you said to me, the one thing that you can't measure, you can look at as many stats as you want, you can't measure the enthusiasm and passion, which you kind of feel is coming here with players and crowd in synergy.
Absolutely, I just think they're being out enthused, Salford, at the moment. I think they've looked at the Castleford team sheet before the game and thought, well, we've got in the ranks, we're going to blow this team away. And Castleford have got a different agenda. They've found a way to play. It's very simple. They're running out of dummy half. They're trying to expose Salford's middle. They're going one pass plays, and then we get one, they'll get two, and they're following each other. And they're, in the main, whilst they've made some breaks and spilled some opportunities, the way that they're playing, the ones they've had, they've taken really well. But for me, Ian Watson's got the hardest half-time talk because he's got to get this mob going.
Play some great rugby of Castleford, don't they?
Yeah, energy. It's an unbelievable thing, isn't it? You don't know where it goes, and you don't know where it goes when you lose it, and you don't know where you get it from when you've not got it. And what Castleford have got here with the fans behind them, and that little bit of desire to push through the line, it's got the crowd fired up. They responded really well to some errors. They've made some errors, but they've not let it affect them. They've just gone back after Salford and back after Salford.
We've got 5 tries to go through in what has been a cracking first half of rugby league. So we're going to rattle through them because we've got a lot to fit in. Start with the opening Salford try.
Well, it started great for Salford, didn't it? They looked really threatening, their big outside backs carrying the ball well. And the first try, Salford's play up. We've got Carney, beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, lands on his front. At this point, Cass is struggling. Then off the back of that, you get Junior Sowen at dummy half, a big threat. He's a powerful man. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, Junior Sowen in the corner. Now at that point, I think we were all sat here thinking, oh, you know, this is looking shifty for Cass. And we see Justin Carney's power and what he brings to this Salford side. He's in a great position to play the ball quickly. Cass are retreating, and like I said, Junior Sow to come off the back of Justin Carney makes it a really difficult, you know, proposition to stop.
It's a fair combination. You get him one of the. Carney does that to most teams. It's difficult to stop him. What you do is put a strategy in place where your dummy half has to be alert the one defender there and perhaps try and stop Junior Sow doing what he's doing. But he's actually playing really well at the moment. Sees a hole and he's gone. Sticks a big left hand out. That's hard to stop.
I think they've handled Justin Carney really well. He's only really at one point. I know he's been dangerous at times, but they've handled him really well. And when you're on your heels, it's hard to handle Carney, it's hard to handle Sal, because when they're moving forward, if you're not moving forward, it's hard to stop.
And that's what Cass did. They hung in, didn't they? And actually what they did is they got really quickly into some rhythm. They made no errors, apart from errors at the right end of the field. They seemed to drop the ball at the right parts of the field.
Whereas Salford made an error at the wrong end of the field and then were punished for it, and that was Michael Dobson.
We had Michael Dobson here, who's trying to be smart, really, trying to straddle the dead ball line and touch the ball or catch the ball, gets the ball back, but it didn't work out. We had Hampshire kick the ball here for a kick target in Joel Monaghan. This in Super League, we see this every week. Joel Monaghan trying to out-jump the opposition fringe. Dobson gets a hand to it, goes to a video ref, but it's a try from McKeekin. But young Hampshire with a great kick. He's been taking over quite a lot of the kicking game. We had Monaghan jumping, he's a kick target, and McKeekin, who's been a fantastic find for Castleford, really, from London. I think he's been a great player for them. But a great try for Cass, and that really got them into the game, didn't it? And it all came about from that error through Dobson.
If somebody's such a great kick target, as Monaghan is, as John says, how can you defend against that?
Well, you've got to do your best and get people around the ball, and we see later with another one of the tries, Solomona as well is a kick target to Castleford. Darryl Powell's been extremely clever and got McShane manufacturing kicks for that person, and on the other side he's got Hampshire to kick from Monaghan. Salford have to come up with a strategy. You'll see on the second one we're doing in a minute that Vido doesn't leave the ground. He's a giant of a man, but Solomona out-jumps him.
Before we get to that, let's look at Junior South's second try. In the build-up to it, all the Cass fans that are around us thought there was a forward pass.
Well, that's why, because there is a forward pass. So that's why they find it.
Aren't these Cass fans?
But those are really tough ones. The linesman's blocked by people in movement. The referee's got to call that quickly. And this is...
It shows fullback play, this. We've got Hampshire's job is to come into the defensive line, pretend he's a defender there. Then he has to move around the back of the line to cover this kick. Monaghan has to come up. This leaves the space behind. But what happens is, because Salford is such a running threat, Hampshire stays in the line maybe a fraction too long. It's a tough job, perfect kick, and a try from Sal. There's not a whole lot in that technically, but a real intricate part of full-back play that, you know, Liu exposed, I think.
Robert Moode's just done a great kick. You've got to give a lot of credit to the skill to be able to put that on the spot, John, and you can test him in there. You've got a pretty good kicking game yourself. That's a hard kick. Yeah, it's a tough skill.
Tough skill, but a great chase from Junior Sow, who's on form. He's really sniffing the try line out at the moment, isn't he? And tries like that come about from effort and intent, and he really chased hard and got his rewards.
That's the Castleford dressing room. They were 12-6 down at that stage. Darryl Powell might have been giving a very different team talk if it had stayed that way, but they got 2 late tries. You've already mentioned the first one, Brian.
Yep. And this is on the back of some great play from Castleford again, and McShane being given the job on this left side. That's a pin. The accuracy of that kick is fabulous. Solomon has got the jump on Vido. He's a big man. I didn't realise how big this Vido is, but he goes down, Solomon goes up. Webster's Johnny on the spot, if that's the right expression, to finish the play. It's a great leap, great timing, executed perfectly.
I think as well, when you mentioned it before, Chappers, it's the fact that they probably don't think they've got as big a kicking threat now Gale's not playing. But McShane and Hampshire have put it right on the button. They haven't had any kick pressure. They've had time to be able to do that, and that's probably come from Salford not recognising them as a kicking threat.
McShane's been brilliant, hasn't he?
Oh, he's been outstanding. He's a very, very good player. I know you say that with a surprise in your face. I think McShane's a very good player.
No. Careful, Dennis, you might not be coming back at this rate, I tell you. John, all of a sudden you become my favourite pundit again, very quickly.
Hey, times are hard. Times are hard.
You are fickle, Chappers.
I am that fickle. The final Cass try of the 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, well, Cass played some great rugby. I think what we see here is a bit of instinctive play. Like I said, McGeechan, for me, has been the star player for Castleford. All he does here is change his line, run overs. Justin Carney's just in the wrong position, because as he attracts defenders, Justin Carney has to shut that down. He doesn't. Monaghan, what we see then is a player who passed the ball, stay alive. And McGeechan scored. For me, he's been a standout player for Castleford. Done all the tough stuff really well. Justin Carney has to stop that now. He has to hit Crooks as he catches the ball. A great piece of play from Cass and a great try from McGeechan.
Cass have been real simple. I can't explain it simply enough. They're running out of dummy half. They're finding the win on the floor, and then they're moving with 1-pass, 2-pass plays. Finding a bit of opportunity. I think it's up for Salford. They have to be challenged in that area, and Ian Watson has to challenge them and say, we've got to be a bit more vigorous in the middle, because they're winning the middle of the field at Castleford, which is allowing them to march down the field. What none of us have talked about and what we're all aware of, this is a beauty of pitch. You have to hold your nerve on this pitch. If you're an opposition team here, it feels like you're constantly under attack from Castleford, because it doesn't take much to get out of your own half. So recognising that, you have to turn tables on them. So if we hold our nerve and if we're strong, we'll get field position too.
We'll talk later as well about the size of the pitch, and of course we've got our Rugby League Forum post-match, hashtag BBCRL. If you want to be part of that, put questions to Brian or John or Dennis in particular after this half-time. The hardest questions you could think of, we will put them to Dennis a little bit later on. We've teamed up with Songs of Praise to give you a very special opportunity at Wembley for the Challenge Cup final at the end of August. You could be part of a fans choir singing Abide With Me.
The Challenge Cup is Rugby League's most historic and prestigious competition, and each final since 1929 has been preceded by Abide With Me. This year, once again, fans will gather in Wembley to watch the final two teams battle it out for this, the Challenge Cup. And you could be on the pitch before kick-off, helping to lead over 80,000 voices in song. We're looking for 32 super supporters to form our choir. It's a fantastic opportunity to raise the curtain at an historic sporting event. Someone who knows what it feels like to hear that hymn resound around Wembley is Jamie Jones Buchanan.
I've played in the Challenge Cup final probably 4 or 5 times, and the novelty has never worn off. You know, the experience, I walk out there, it is a bit like the Coliseum, I guess, and it's always red hot. It just feels like you're walking into an oven, a big cauldron.
I'm not sure if you're on the pitch when actually Abide With Me is sung, but I think you're probably almost on the pitch so you can hear it.
Yeah.
What impact does that have on you?
It's massive. The words in there was written by a guy who was looking towards God in his final days, in his final weeks, and the song in itself is a narrative, and I think it gets to the core of who and what we are as human beings.
Hey, listen, we're very privileged because you've agreed to be a judge.
Yep.
What are you going to be looking for?
I'll do my best, but I want to look for some passion, some enthusiasm. There's a lot of unsung heroes in rugby league, people who are there week in, week out, cleaning those changing rooms, doing all the tough jobs.
If you're a Rugby League super fan who goes above and beyond for the team you love, or you'd like to nominate someone who you think fits the bill, we'd love to hear from you. The competition's open now. It'll remain open until June the 12th, and anybody can enter, male, female. You've got to be at least 12 years of age and be a UK resident. We'll be announcing the winners by June the 26th. To get your entry form and for full terms and conditions, go to bbc.co.uk/Songs of Praise.
So you've just got over a month to get involved with that. The closing date, Sunday the 12th of June 2016. All the details on how to enter, as long as you're at least 12 years old, bbc.co.uk/Songs of Praise. There we go. Right, so that will be the accompaniment before the Challenge Cup final. We've got a man on the mic for us today, out there in the thick of it, Salford's Craig Copch.
Go, boys! Great D! Great D! Great work! Got you! Got you! Yeah! Yeah! There's my boy! Back three, awesome! Great start. That's all you.
Craig Kopchak will keep the player mic on for the second half for us as well. We'll play you a bit at full time, hopefully, and certainly tomorrow during our coverage of St Helens Hull, which will be on BBC Two tomorrow afternoon, the second Challenge Cup final of the weekend. Let's hope for another 40 minutes like that first half. Some scintillating rugby league, and that man's side are ahead, 18 points to 12. Let's enjoy the second half now. Back with John and Jonathan and Dave Woods.
Well, nothing to suggest it'll be anything but what we saw in that first half. It's still a cup tie very much in the balance here, isn't it? And Castleford will be looking for an early start, a quick start in this second period.
Oh, it's been a cracking first half, it really has, and two evenly matched teams. And I think two teams also who will feel that they can improve in the second half as well.
I think Castle have done exceptionally well because they've kept it simple.
Time you're on.
And they've tried to just go to the strengths, which is their kicking game, because of the lack of creativity from, there's no half-backs there. So brilliant performance by Cass. And Salford have, got to try and get back into it a little bit.
Here's Hampshire. Whoa! Adventurous looking start to the second half for Castleford. Milner immediately moves in to dummy half. Craig Kopchak, as you heard, will have the mic on again in this second period. That's a good offload by Millington, by the way. Here's McMeekan. Looking to take them on. What a fabulous first half he's had. Milner again. Inside for Crooks, whose dad, Lee, has been involved in a few memorable moments, hasn't he, over the years? Challenge Cup replay that Hull won. Little handoff and away to Webster, and Webster, well, he was going out of play, so has dropped it backwards, and quick thinking by McShane to kick it on and get the pass away, and Denny Solomona has scored possibly the most unlikely try you'll see in a long while. I say possibly because the referee has gone for the video here.
McShane again, brilliant pick-up, support play. Let's check the grounding.
Let's have a listen to the video referee, Richard Silverwood.
Okay, so we're just checking the grounding. Solomona. Can't really tell there. The on-field decision is a try. Can't really tell on that call. Again, does his hand come off the ball? So he's in possession, fumbles it a little bit, still in possession. And then you can't tell. Have you got any more angles other than that? Still in possession. No, can't really tell. The on-field decision is a try, and I can't overturn that, James, so it's going to be a try.
Well, it is highly controversial.
Well, I can't believe they've given that. That is never, ever a try. I didn't see the grounding.
Well, the process, though, it may be the process that's at fault there, because the referee on the field of play gave it as he ruled it was a try, and there's got to be evidence, definite evidence, to disprove that. Well, and I think Richard Silverwood feels that there isn't.
The evidence was he didn't put the ball on the ground.
But that's great play from from McShane once again, isn't it? Sometimes you score tries through structure, and sometimes it's just instinct. The ball's popped inside, it just toe pokes the ball through. Good little pick-up, gives it to Solomona. I'll leave it to you to make your own mind up as to whether he grounds it or not. But
it's never ever a try. Never ever a try. I don't know how they've got that wrong.
It is, Jiffy, because it's on the scoreboard.
Well, I know, it
is a try.
But big decisions, you know, it's a cup run. It means a lot to these clubs, and that is a mistake in my book. Big mistake.
Well, we had songs of praise in the first half of Junior Sao, didn't we, with his 2 tries? How about something similar for Denny Solomona, because he's an absolute strike weapon. That is his 15th try in 13 appearances this season, 33 in 28 for Castleford. McShane can't add the 2, so it remains at 22 points to 12.
Bit of breathing space now.
But Salford will be far from happy to find themselves 10 points behind.
But once again, isn't it, McShane? He passes the ball and he stays alive. He's still tracking there, and it's Webster. He just pops the ball inside because he's being shepherded over the sideline. Topo, great pickup, but then that's the debate.
And just to underline, for people watching who don't know the situation, when the referee on the field goes to the video referee, the referee on the field tells the video ref whether he thinks it's a try or no try. The video ref then has to find absolute evidence to disprove that original decision. And that was the issue there. Richard Silverwood didn't feel he had absolute evidence to disprove the guess.
Well, you've got to see the ball
essentially
being
the
grounded.
guess on the field.
From every angle, it wasn't grounded,
Wait.
You've got to clarify if it's the right. That's all you want, is the right decision, irrespective of how or what protocol is. You have to have the right decision. That's what the video ref is for.
Well, I think the process might be at fault there, and it may well need looking at.
I wonder what the coaches were talking about at half-time. Tanya Arnold has been cocking an ear to their conversations. Tanya.
Well, Daryl Powell had told his side to put them under immediate pressure, which is exactly what they did. He said he wants them to play like they did in the last 20 minutes of that first half, not go back to the first 15 or 20 minutes when he felt that Salford had too much of a quick play and a robust go forward. As for Ian Watson, they were disappointed with the defence in that last 20 minutes. He said his side weren't closing down. He said they need to get back to the high completion rate that they had in the first 20 minutes and get Cass back pedalling.
Was a knock-on the 6th tackle, so hence the handover has given Salford possession again here. It was a certain steely determination about Castleford's defending at the moment.
I think the pack has stepped up a couple of levels, haven't they? The Castleford pack, you know, they're really dominating the Salford pack at the moment.
Look at Cardi here. Look at Cardi here. He loves a wrestle, doesn't he?
I think the guys in the studio call it exactly right at half-time. Castleford basically have out-enthused this Salford Red Devils outfit.
Dobson's the dummy half, 25 metres away from where he wants to be. Louis throws it right and quickly on again, untidy for Vido, and a fumble for Vido on that right-hand side. And it'll be Cass who get possession again, all things being equal, from this scrum.
I think Watson will be disappointed with the execution there. They seem to be rushing everything, overrunning, putting themselves under pressure. There's plenty of time left. They haven't had any possession in the second half yet. They've just got to keep hold of it, finish their sets.
Also, Jonathan, it's really interesting that Josh Jones now is lining up on the left with Carney, and on the right is Junior Sao with Vido. And again, 10 to just Castleford's.
Second rows, come on, bang.
The man behind the glass there was Daryl Powell, the coach of Castleford. Twice a Wembley finalist in his playing days with Leeds. Won it in '99, lost it in 2003.
Move, hold. Go.
Took this side to Wembley, of course, a couple of years ago.
Okay, now.
Webster with some urgency and determination inside the Salford half.
Go.
Solomona throws it back to the middle.
Good run.
Salford are backpedaling here.
Very good run by Moores.
Wait, come on.
Moores to his feet and plays it. Milner, Springer, Millington. Good offload by him. McMeekan arcing around and then flicks it away to Monaghan. Monaghan pops it over the top. Crooks sandwiched by two defenders, but 2 tackles for Castleford to impose their advantageous position here. Quick look around and then a dart forward by Matt Cook. Milner on the last play. Behind the back of Springer, into the hands of McShane, chips it towards a corner. Solomona's up there, came off hands and then feet, and Solomona touches down. And I rather feel this might be his second try of the game. But again, the referee is asking for video confirmation. Let's just see what he says on the field. He says no try on the field, and we know how significant that might be. So Richard Silver with the video referee with the chance to adjudicate here.
Need to check the onside first. It's from a kick. So yeah, happy with the onside. Happy with the onside. Is he tackled in the air? That's what we need to look at. So he goes up for the ball. First glance, he looks as though he's got his hand on him and he pulls him back. His hand's on him. And he pulls him down. And that's the feeling on field as well. So he goes up. His hand's on him. And he pulls him back. So I'm going to stick with the on-field call. It's going to be a penalty, no try, penalty to Salford.
Well, the Castleford fans are celebrating because they saw the grounding and thought that was okay, but...
Well, they got that one right, I think. I think they got that one right.
Tackle in the air.
So it remains 22-12. 10 points in it, 2 scores behind still Salford.
Guys.
But it could have been worse.
On the foot, just wait.
Vito.
Been quiet, hasn't he?
Well, his first game for a long time, isn't it? First game for his new club. Back in Brisbane when he last played last year. And there's been a penalty there.
Go to the side, not through the rope.
Messing about with him after the tackle had been completed.
Well, I think he earned that as well, did Vito, because he's working really hard to try and bring the ball back into play, interfered with, so rightly, it's a penalty.
He had the option of being a WWE wrestler, didn't he? So there'd be a WWE wrestler or sign for Salford, and he signed for Salford. Flanagan, Louis, O'Brien, Jones, matched by Crooks with the help of a couple of others.
Wait, go.
O'Brien. Murdoch Masilla just looking to straighten things up and take them on. He's lost, but stolen. 2 men in the tackle.
2 penalties. Consecutive penalty. Really good opportunity for Salford now.
Ball in there, flicking it away. Here's Griffin, George Griffin. Evans again. Salford within striking range here. Evans will go from dummy half, but it's just a wall of Castleford defenders. Flanagan, Dobson, Louis reaches and scores. Robert Louis. He's a player of class in the middle of the field, and a touch of class has given his side the try here, and they're very much back in the game.
Yeah, determination and effort there from Robert Louis. They needed to come away with something, did Salford, after having that penalty for a repeat set, and my word they did. And here is a penalty. Look, as Matt Cook definitely there, strips the ball. The penalty's awarded in the ensuing tackles. Robert Louis really does back himself and show aggression and force to crash his way over.
Yeah, it's a good finish by Louis. You know, he's got the runners outside that keeps the defenders off him. So it's 1 against 1 really, and that's a very, very good finish. Taking the ball to the line on the back of 2 penalties against Castleford.
Sets it up wonderfully well, doesn't it?
It's a cracking game, Dave. It's an absolute cracking game.
Really good cup tie. And we've got more to come tomorrow. St Helens against Hull.
That's an interesting game as well.
Yeah. It's going to be super stuff tomorrow as well. Here's O'Brien. Kicks it into the gale of noise that was coming from the Castleford supporters, but despite that wind resistance, he's put it over, so 22-18.
It's really good work here from the pivot. Half expecting the halfbacks to ship the ball on. Robert Louis doesn't do that. It's a bit of a show and a bit of a go. And the goes with a certain amount of aggression and determination. And that's how we got over the whitewash.
What have you made of Robert Louis this season? I mean, he came from North Queensland, didn't he? He was Jonathan Thurston's understudy, which is...
well, he's not a bad guy to be understudy to, is he? But he's a very good player. I think we've seen enough evidence in Super League and in today's Challenge Cup tie that he is good structurally, but he's also a running threat.
He and Ben Murdoch-Masila, as we mentioned earlier, both involved at West's Tigers when Tim Sheens was there. He's very much involved in a senior role these days at Salford, the former Australian national coach. Murdoch-Masila. One of the cup tie going on today, by the way. Oldham against Warrington. And you can see there that Warrington have a lead of 22 points to 6. That was a 3 o'clock kickoff, so they're about half an hour behind us here. Warrington very much the nailed-on favourites for that game. Oh, that was a late challenge coming in from Vido, who himself looks as though he's hurt himself.
He's in the air, isn't he? Junior Sá, isn't it? Who definitely took him out in the air. Solomon leaps to claim the ball. Tackle in the air, so it's a pretty obvious penalty.
I think he's lucky there. There's no yellow card, really.
Well, maybe the hint of the injury that he was showing there was more a kind of a, oh, I know I'm in trouble here, so I'll try and get some sympathy.
Grant, just keep a lid on Jake Webster for me, please. Just help me.
They're great, these conversations on the field, aren't they, with the referees?
Just zip it. Tell Jake Webster to zip it a minute.
Cheers, Rich.
By the way, if it's all square after 80 minutes, we're into golden point extra time. You ready for that, fellas?
On the foot. Wait,
yes. 10 minutes each way, but golden point within the context of that. If it's all square.
Wow, move!
So there's plenty of time to go. Just under half an hour still to play. Milner, Springer.
There's some more points in this, Dave, believe you me. The energy levels will dip because it is warm out there and the gaps will open up.
Millington, McShane. Hampshire looking to cut his way through. Instead he's chopped down. Crooks at dummy half. Here's Cook. Matt Cook.
Move! Keep coming!
Couple of tackles left in the set.
Wait!
22 metres to cover. Milner. McShane. On to Hampshire, to Webster. Webster is a real tough figure to bring down, but he is brought down. 5 gone. McShane dances down the blind side. Oh, McShane has made something out of absolutely nothing. He should not have had any right to get anywhere close to that try line, yet somehow he did.
Well, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? Hard to say. Thrust into the half-back position. Well, he's done exceptionally well. He's been alert. And now he's picked up that try. Brilliant, brilliant finish again. He's gone from his usual position, sees his one marker, throws a dummy. That's a great try.
Well, we'll talk about tries from structure and systems. This one is instinct once again from Paul McShane. He looked one way, looked the other, came up trumps, but it was on the back of this carry from Jake Webster. But my word, he beats some good players there, you know. There's Louis, there's Sal, there's Wella Haraki who sits on his backside. That's an instinctive dummy half try. That's a hooker's try, not a half-back's try.
Well, there's been a clash of heads in all of that as well. There's a Salford player down injured. I'm not sure who it is, but is receiving some treatment. Is that Vido? Junior Sá it is. And I think there might be another Salford player injured, is there?
Is that a minute, Rich?
Have a look at this.
Yeah, as you see, as they go down.
It is Junior Sá.
Junior Sá head collision with Gareth O'Brien. Desperation to try and stop McShane. Just watch as they go in. Yeah.
Makes your eyes water just watching that, doesn't it?
But the good thing about this situation, Dave, is the medical side of it. Yeah. They were straight out there and realising it was a head clash. They're out there doing all the due diligence that's required in such a situation.
Well, Tim Sheens and Ian Watson, some concern here, but a new ruling in this last year or two, isn't it, with the concussion. They'll take him off now because it's a clash of heads. They'll take him off, they'll show a green card, so it'll be a medical substitution, and then they have 15 minutes to check him, to make sure he's okay. If he's not okay, he stays off the field.
And it becomes an official interchange then. If he's okay, he can return to the field, and it's not an interchange.
I think it's it takes the decision away from the player, because most players would want to stay on, and that's why they brought that in.
Kopchak coming on.
I think O'Brien doesn't look too good as well, so they could be losing 2 backs here.
Still out there providing treatment. But Paul McShane, I mean, absolutely magical. His 100th career appearance today. He's kicking goals, he's scoring tries.
Yeah, there's been some great tries, hasn't there? You know, Junior Sow off the back of Carney there. Elusive, determined, marvellous first try of the afternoon.
Great finish.
There we come, Castleford's riposte there. Ryan Hamshaw, right on the money for Joel Monaghan. Played it by a Salford player. McMeekan crosses that time. And then another kick try, deft kick just into the in goal for Junior Sow, before we've got another kick try from McShane to Solomona to Webster.
It's a potent weapon, isn't it, the kick? And there's a lovely offload, sucking the defenders in. And McMeekan goes in, good support play and finishes it. So many tries, so many good tries.
And then your favourite try of the lot, I think, this one.
The one that wasn't a try.
So we've got Webster being bundled into touch, and there's McShane's instinct, gets the ball away to Solomona.
Great tackle, no try. And then this is it to finish it. McShane, clash of heads. And they've both gone off now, O'Brien's gone off as well.
He's been instrumental in a lot of things that Castleford have done very, very well, hasn't he, Paul McShane? What a great decision and great selection by Daryl Powell to move him into the half-back spot when Luke Gale pulled out.
McShane's conversion attempt is cheered by the Castleford fans, because over it goes. What a fantastic day he's having here today. 28-18 is a scoreline right now. So it's that 2-score margin again, that buffer zone that his side, Daryl Powell's side, have once more in this match, as Dobson kicks and gets it underway again. Solomona Roquette, and Danny Tickle is on the field. What's going through his mind at the moment, Jonathan Davis, after the injury he had in December, non-rugby league related, thought his career was over, and here he is making his Castleford debut.
He's just got to enjoy it. As a professional rugby player, it's a privileged life, and he's going to prolong that playing career.
Hold. Go 3.
He's got 26 minutes to relish here. His side are leading. By the way, the Rugby League Forum coming up after we finished here today. And, well, plenty of people, you can fire your questions at Brian Noble, John Wilkie, but in particular Dennis Betts, the witness coach, and the England assistant coach, just announced this last week or so, Dennis Betts, and get in touch by the usual social media, hashtag BBCRL. Big kick, well taken.
Yeah, it's by Niall Evans as well. He's now playing full-back. And Haraki has moved into the centre, and Joseph and Kopchak have returned to the fray. So a bit of reorganisation required there by the Salford Red Devils.
Milner's taken a bit of a knock. He's struggling in back play. Is young James Milner.
He is
just hobbling here.
I think it's a bit of cramp he's got, I think.
Vito trying to run it off and get back in the defensive line. At the moment, Adam Milner.
Go for.
Joseph back in that dummy half role in which he started the game. Dobson, Murdoch, Masilla. arms free, couldn't get the pass away because Milner was making a nuisance of himself. Oh, the play the ball's awful, and the referee says it was made awful by the push, so penalty for Salford.
I thought they've kept him quiet, haven't they? Murdoch Masilla, Castleford have kept him really quiet.
They have kept him quiet, but that was a silly penalty, it really was. I mean,
all the way, Grant, all the way.
And all it's done is given Salford great field position.
Salford have an opportunity. 15 metres out, 6 tackles to bang on the door of this Castleford try line.
Come on, hold on.
Can they find a way in? Joseph here at dummy half again. Goes right, Dobson sprightly. Louis with a dummy and the short pass. Read by Castleford's muscular defence. A little hand in the face as well.
Shane again.
Hands away. Kopchak.
Hold.
Slow play the ball. Castleford's defence is ready and waiting now. Louis with a dummy, and he's lost it. He's lost it, but it was one-on-one.
Salford ball.
Salford ball. One-on-one. Castleford's knock on. Salford's head and feet.
That's an unlucky call for Castleford, I think. One-on-one. Did it go forward?
Well, I'm with you on that, Jonathan, but it's a great opportunity. Conversely, it's a great opportunity for Salford.
Great opportunity. Lucky break for them.
Yep. Third set on the bounce. 10 metres off the Castleford line.
Time off.
23 minutes to go.
Ben, just come here.
Cup tie still in the balance. Ben Crooks is going to have a spell on the sidelines, I think, because of the blood on his bandage. The referee's just warning him that needs to be cleaned up. Haraki. 10 away. Joseph. Ball shoots out back to him. Joseph taking off like a cannonball from dummy half. Well, they hold him up and stop his progress.
Let go. Tackle 2.
Back to 10.
Wait. Okay.
4 tackles still to come. Kopchak to Dobson. A twist and a turn by Adam Wall.
Wait. Go.
Joseph. Louis. Flanagan. Numbers on the outside, but they couldn't promote the ball.
Play the ball, Mark.
Joseph again.
Go for.
He's going to go, oh, straight to Denny Solomon, who was in an offside position. So it's another set of 6 here for Salford.
Yeah, I think he went a bit early.
It's either Usain Bolt or he's offside, and I think it's the latter.
I think the Captain Marvel film, if he's that quick.
Griffin, George Griffin. 5 tackles to go. The nerves building here. Castleford desperately hanging on as Kopchak drives it in. A try here for Salford. Puts it right back in the balance. It's another penalty. They're surely not far away from a team warning here.
Yeah, they've got to tap and go now, haven't they? Make it quick.
Well, they have. It's set number 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
George Griffin. Pushing.
Held up. Tackle 1.
Over the line. Back to the 10-metre line.
10 metres.
Who's pulling who here?
Right. Okay, go.
Here we go. Joseph. Dobson. Louis. Louis with a dummy. Louis with a pass. Oh! If that had stuck, and it had to be him, didn't it? It had to be him.
Well, I thought that Louis was over. I'm itching to see that again to see if he could have made it himself.
Yeah.
Go, Monaghan's offside.
Monaghan was offside there with that
Let's have a look. It's a great late run. Oh no, he wouldn't have made it.
No.
He overrun it a little bit, Carney. Psychologically, John, that is huge, isn't it?
It's a tremendous. I mean, Millington there defending on an edge. That's a great piece of work there, to work so hard from the inside to chase him down and force him to throw that pass out that Carney couldn't reel in. And you know, that set number 5 that Castleford diffused, they'll be feeling really buoyant and re-energised after that.
Moments like that might just be suggesting that this is not their day, but Salford will want to banish those demons from their minds and get back into this, but they're losing ground. All that pressure, all that opportunity, gone.
Yeah, again, discipline, frustration, and now this will be a great attacking position for Castleford.
We don't want to be heading to a team warning. Yeah. Okay.
The referee just suggesting that
Time off.
Castleford were heading towards a...
Interesting, Dave, as well, that Castleford are really taking the time here.
Just have a look at this, by the way. Just have a look at this.
So we don't want
This is the Denny Solomona try
Right, time on.
at the start of the second half.
Get
Look
on
at
the
that.
line. Let's work your tens, George.
Jonathan Davis
Just wait.
justified in his view that that was never grounded.
That's one to you, Jonathan.
Oh, thank God, that was clear, clear.
Massey.
2 moves, come on. Wait,
Milner.
Phil, wait.
Acting half.
He's hurt.
Massey is hurt. Was there something about...
I think it's a
He's
nasty
got his
one.
leg,
that is.
always got his leg caught in a very awkward position here.
Yeah.
Nathan Massey. Oh, this is a heartbreaker. Oh, he's...
Is that tackle one, guys? Yeah.
Justin Carney comes across and pats Nathan Massey on the shoulder.
Yeah, it's a nasty one. It's very difficult to say, but he's caught in a very, very awkward position.
Well, you know it's serious when the opposition player just stops straight away and calls for the physio. And it's the injury situation at Castleford is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's all right.
Well,
I think he's had the sign. They said stretcher, get off.
Stretcher
Get off.
was coming on, and then they've backpedaled.
I just think he twisted. I'm not sure it was a broken leg. He twisted very, very awkwardly, but he seems all right.
Where are we at, Richard, again?
Well, we're going to have a look at this. Be careful.
I don't like seeing these. I think as he gets... Yeah.
Rich. Where are we at again? What's the number? Yeah, no, the count.
Well, he's walking off, which is a very good sign.
Second tackle.
Yep.
Well, no rugby league player likes to be carried from the field to play to this, so...
The second
He's
tackle.
obviously injured. It's another to the list that Castleford have got, but great to see the fact that Nathan Massey is being assisted from the field rather than being carried from the field.
That 10-point gap remains.
Phil, push
Castleford.
up. George, push up.
Getting close to the finishing line, but not there yet. Salford know that in 20 minutes they can still turn this around, but they can ill afford to concede again. Salford.
Okay, when you're ready. Time on.
And Castleford are in prime position.
Held! Freeze 3, goal line. Wait!
So 3 tackles to go.
Go 3.
Milner. McShane offering it back on the inside. Millington in his more familiar crash bang wallop.
Play on, still 3.
Down the middle, the ball's gone free, but it's gone backwards. The referee says it is okay. Jewett.
Held! Release! Okay, let go,
Jewett
let go,
felled.
Adam. Play the ball, Lee. You're holding him. Come on, forward.
Couple of tackles to go. Milner again. Hampshire to McMeekan. McMeekan stretching towards his hat-trick, but not quite there.
Go.
Milner on the last. McShane kicking towards the corner. Oh, it's over the heads of them all.
Yeah, not even Solomona is going to get that.
It's been a very effective ploy, though, that, hasn't it? Just overcooked a little there from Paul McShane.
Vito wants to get on with it. 19 offloads for Castleford, 7 for Salford.
Yeah.
Wait. Go.
Carney
Okay.
can't get into his stride because of the attentions there of Lon Patrick.
Very, very good tackle. Got him early.
Play the ball. Go. Play on.
Haraki.
Don't move, mark and square. Go 3.
Joseph bounces away from Tickle, still going here.
Ball.
Teammates at Widnes not that long ago.
Go.
Haraki.
Well read, Solomona.
Well read, and he hit and he stuck, didn't he?
Go, it's good.
So here we go, last play of this particular set. Louis sends it high. Hampshire has to scamper a long way. He's not going to get there. Where's this bouncing? Monaghan. Stroke of luck for Castleford. They have it back.
It was a very, very awkward kick for Hampshire. Couldn't get to it. The bounce favoured Castleford.
I think we've got news on Nathan Massey's injury. As we just see that bounce again, and Monaghan comes up with it. So Tanya, what's the news on Nathan Massey's injury?
Nathan Massey dislocated his left kneecap. They did manage to put it back in while he was on the pitch, but his game is done. Better news for Gareth O'Brien. He has been cleared to come back on. Junior Sauer's just come back out and is sitting on the bench.
Yeah, just put it back in while I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
Lovely, thanks.
Don't bring the stretcher, just put my knee back in. And I'll walk off from there. Wow. Wow, they're tough, aren't they? Oh, that's a good offload, and here comes along Patrick. Patrick tries to run over the top of Evalds. But the whippersnapper fullback is there to make the tackle, and McMeekan now with a step on the 6th tackle. McMeekan maybe getting giddy, but then kicks the kick away to Solomona. It's bounced down, it's bounced backwards, it's Danny Tickle. Wouldn't that be a story? Gets it away to Solomona. Solomona! Oh, wow! Don't go round them, don't go through them, just simply go over the top of them. Video referee is required. Video referee required to make sure whether this is a try or not. So let's hear again from Richard Silverwood.
Yeah, I've got it, yeah.
You must be able to hear, I can't hear anybody.
Okay, so we need to see if they're onside from the kick. Can't see the winger, but he is called onside. Okay. Now the on-field call is the thing that Dennis Solomona has knocked on from that that palm back. So we need to see that again, please. Yeah, just we need to see that again, please. The on-field call is a knock-on from this. Okay, can we just see that previous angle? Because it looks as though it does go forward. This one, yeah. So it's knocked, and it lands in front of Webster, so it's going to be a no try and over knock-on.
What's they give him?
Well, I think they guessed, because we hadn't seen the grounding, that was going to be given as a no try. It was a knock forward.
Yeah. Well, I want to see the grounding.
I can't hear anything.
I think it's fantastic.
The grounding was very good, actually.
I want to use the salmonola.
Watch his finish.
Look at this, leaping like a salmon.
There he is, look.
Look
That's a
at
great
that.
finish.
Fantastic.
That's a great finish.
I'll tell you what, if that were on Come Dancing or whatever, it'd be a 10, that, wouldn't it? Sensational.
Sadly, because of the knock-on, it was...
Well, never to be seen again.
It will never be seen again.
He grounded that one, though, do you think?
He did ground that one. Put that on the back of the other one, and it's a good try.
More salmonella than Solomona on that occasion, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I don't want to say that.
17 minutes to play. Castleford still have that 10-point lead. Salford still have fingertip hold on the game. Kopchak.
Just for the Cass, one more score, which will just be enough, you think?
Well, he probably would, but
yeah,
the other side of that is one more Salford score.
Yeah, I know, but they've got to get up there, I think.
Dobson, Murdoch-Masilla.
Bye, release, all the way, go.
O'Brien puts it high. There's a breeze blowing here now. Down it comes. Oh, taken by the man who kicked it, O'Brien. Still the 6th tackle, and then he is put down. Played the ball out of the tackle after the tackle was complete.
You've lost their shape a little bit, John, haven't they?
They have, yes.
Salford just lost their shape. The ball, forwards aren't carrying the ball. You don't see Dobson and Louis just orchestrating things, and of course the loss of Junior Sau has been a big blow for them.
Wait on his foot.
Yeah, confirmation that Junior Sau is not coming back because of that head clash. So he was off for the rest of the game.
I think Castleford have defended marvellously, though. Even that kick there, he took the ball, but the numbers there to defuse the situation. The enthusiasm with an offload and the offensive game has been tremendous, and defensively, and we've got a penalty on the back of that for Joel Monaghan. Second effort to slow him.
10 metres. 10 metres.
John Moores has gone off, and Gadwin Springer's back on the
I think Gadwin Springer could be very effective. He caused, you know, a lot of damage when he came on. There's some tired-looking Salford forwards there now. He could cause a problem. Just going for the killer try now, Castleford. They can feel that they're in the hat, nearly in the hat for the next straw.
Go.
Milner. Jewett. Springer just to his left. He's one of those onomatopoeic players, isn't he, Gadwin Springer? What he sounds like he does. Yeah, springing away.
Whatever that means.
Move! Come on, back up!
What about Jerry Springer?
Go 3. Keep an eye on Jewett.
Here's Jewett.
3.
McShane. Webster looming large into the vision of those Salford defenders, and they put him down, but less than 10 away. 14 minutes left to play. Tickle. Springer. Wrapped around by 4 defenders.
Move, come on. Back up. Hold, go.
Milner left to McShane. McShane with a step, avoiding one defender, avoiding another. Still going, very nearly producing the same kind of picture he did when he scored not that long ago, but this time they have his measure.
Good play by McShane again. He had a dart at us. He knows, look where they're handing the ball over.
That's the point, Jonathan, that's the point. They're saying to Salford, go the full length of the pitch if you're going to come away with any points.
And apart from maybe Carney, I can't seem to think who's going to go the length from the Salford side at the moment. Sars off.
2, move, get square. Lee, hold. Go.
There's some heavy breathing going on out there, isn't there? Oh, Carney's lost the ball. Carried the ball loosely, lost it. Monaghan picks it up, 0 tackle. So it's an advantage play here, so they can take the risk. It doesn't happen, it doesn't matter, because they go back to the, it was a free play, they go back to the original knock-on, and Castleford will get the ball back anyway.
Hint of desperation now. Salford runs, tries to change his ball carrying hand for the fend, but loses control. I think Millington notices that. It's a loose carry, 1-on-1, and now it's a Castleford scrum.
I thought Milner would have been better putting the ball through hands, though. I think there was a bit of space wide out there for Webster and Solomon. I thought the kick was the wrong decision there, even though it was a free play.
You know, when you tell the kids, you know, whenever there's a spill or a mistake, you just put 2 passes, get it away from the area and a space out wide.
Here's Tickle.
1 move! Wait!
Milner. Springer to his left, here he comes. All bounce and adventure, isn't he?
Release 2. Craig, hold his
12 away.
Wait. Go,
Milner. It's run in hard by Lan Patrick.
Move, line. Come
Eventually he'll play it. Milner again. It's with McShane. This is Millington.
Ball release.
Milner.
Go.
They're just turning the screw here. Turning the screw until the pressure breaks the defence. Milner fancies he's got in. Milner thinks he's got the try. The referee's not entirely sure. On the field, he says try, so it's up to Richard Silverwood again to find evidence to not give this. Otherwise, Castleford are close now.
Tackle 4. So it's in possession. It's short there. Just take that back. I'm pretty. Clearly short. Going to overturn the live call. It's going to be no try, tackle 5.
No try, but it is still Castleford's ball.
Play the ball. Tackle 5.
Yeah. So they've been close twice now. Solomon, no try. Milner, no try. Still no conclusion.
Tackle 5, okay.
12 minutes to go. 1 tackle in this play for Castleford.
Okay, play it there, Adam. Yeah.
Kick from Monaghan.
Okay.
Repeat set.
Hampshire. It's Hampshire with a little kick towards that right-hand side. Monaghan has been dispossessed in mid-air by Carney.
Ball move!
Carney comes up with the ball.
I think time is at our line now, so they've got to just play the clock as well. Keep them up this side of the field.
Jones to Louis. Flanagan promoting the ball as well. Evalds, he's one of those players who could go a long way in a short space of time.
Carney did well there though, didn't he? That ploy for the high kick for Monaghan.
That's great line speed again.
Move, come on, come on.
It's the crowd of defenders coming quickly at him. Robert Louis couldn't get out of the way. Horde of stamping feet.
Hold.
Louis again. Dobson. Jones fends Crooks. Crooks swings him. Back to Carney. Off the floor. Here's Joseph. They make a better effort than that to tackle him.
Dave! Move! Come on, Lee, come on. Gadwin, go.
Last play inside their own half. O'Brien gets the kick away despite the attentions of Crooks, but it's an easy take for Hampshire, and Castleford come back with possession. Oh, and he's just evaded the high arm.
Stand! Wait!
But it was an easy take for Hampshire because Crooks did so much good work, kick pressure there.
He did.
2, move Craig, hold the 10, Phil. Hold. Go 2.
Spring up.
Help! Release! 3. Go.
Milner. Millington. McMeekan.
Move for George! Go.
Crooks.
It's good play by Castleford now, finishing the set. Now then, good kick to finish.
Hampshire putting it high, asking the question, where's this coming down? Solomona leaps, so does Webster. The ball bounces, the referee says, after a Castleford touch.
It's a great weapon that Castleford have. You know, the two wingers are brilliant in the air, competing for the kick. So if you put the ball on the money, you've got an opportunity of coming away with something. Both wingers are really good.
And the kicking game's got better as the game's gone on, hasn't it? They've got more confident with it, more at ease with it.
I think because, you know, they realise they lack the creativity at half-back, so they just keep possession, finish the set, and that is the best weapon that they have.
And they've done it very well.
Very well.
They've got some players to come back, haven't they? Luke Dawn is missing today.
Half-backs.
Andy Lynch, Ben Roberts.
Help! Release! Gadwin! Yeah, 3.
Michael Shenton is probably out for the season. Chatting to him the other day, and he's not entirely ruled himself out for the whole campaign, but it's the likelihood at this stage. Flanagan. Dobson tried to show and go, but Milner says you're going nowhere.
Nailed him.
Play the ball. Go.
Murdoch Masilla to Louis. Louis' chip. Monaghan quite content to see that ball bounce out of play.
Yeah, they'll be very happy with that, Castleford. They can walk to the scrum, let those seconds tick away. Knowing every second it's one step nearer being in the draw for the next round.
Loose forward.
Yeah, time off, sir.
Okay, time off.
Errol Powell is standing not too far away from our left-hand side here.
Yeah, well, the energy level are still, I think, with Castleford, aggressive in defence, very, very aggressive. The line speed is still good.
Ian Watson there,
The
from the Wales international record Welsh caps
Let's set up.
holder, isn't he? Ian Watson, and Tim
Wait for the
Sheens, the
outcall.
wise old head, sitting
Heads
next
in.
to him.
Okay, ball straight
I think with the personnel Castleford have had, I think they've constructed the perfect game plan. They really have, and they've executed it very,
Pushing
very
forward,
well
Danny.
indeed.
Go.
Webster. He's had a terrific impact on this club, hasn't he, Darryl Powell?
Release to wait.
Since his arrival,
Go.
just lifted them from the doldrums. They
I
finished,
think-
4th and 5th in his first 2 years in charge. They're
move, come
doing
on.
okay again this year. They've had a Challenge Cup final as well.
I think Darryl Powell on the performance side, Steve Gill as chief exec. I just think they've revitalised this club.
Go 4.
And as much as we love this grand old stadium here, they are off to a new venue in a couple of years' time.
I enjoy playing here.
wait.
Good atmosphere, bit of banter with the crowd.
Here's McShane. That's the kick away just before Adam Wall gets to him.
Play on.
It's caught by Gareth O'Brien in that in-goal area. And the Castleford line is up there to make sure he doesn't advance too
10
far.
metres.
That's a good chase, I'll tell you.
It
To
is.
say it's 8 minutes left in the game, and they're still working as hard as ever.
Move. Move, Lan. Get him in.
You know how important it is to keep Salford in this part of the field. You know, one try now and he gets a nervy end.
Carney's lost it, but he's had it dragged out, according to the referee.
Now, field position. Let's go with this set.
Back on side.
Well, could be debatable, couldn't it, whether it's a Luke's carry.
Okay, all the way.
There is responsibility with the ball carrier.
I think maybe he's had his left arm in there just, I think.
There's a hint,
Patrick.
a hint of a hope here for Salford. Dobson, Louis, O'Brien getting it away to Evans, and on that right-hand side it's Vida.
Move, go line.
Well, 4 tackles to go and less than 10 metres to cover for Salford to put themselves right back in this contest. Flanagan with the pass. Krasnicki.
Move, line, Adam.
Joseph rolling up at dummy half again. Robert Louis gets the pass away. Dobson's thrown it straight to Solomona. He's not offside this time. There's no doubts this time. It's just a question of whether he can outpace Murdoch Masilla. Of course he can. Of course he can. Gone the distance. Denny Solomona finally does claim his second try of the game, and in so doing has in all probability won the game for Castleford Tigers.
That is it. It's a good read from Solomona. As the boy said in studio, he's a great athlete. I know he's become a very fine rugby player. He reads the game, does things exceptionally well. And once he got the ball, John, well, that was it.
He's one of the players where you can say you can put your glass down if you're having a drink and start clapping as soon as he hits fresh air, because he's scorching that grass. He's so confident he's got the pace, and he has got the pace. That's a real athlete's try. It's a rugby player's read, and it's an athlete's finish. That's great to watch, isn't it, there? He's just got pace to burn. It's all in control. He knows he's going over for his third try, his hat-trick. Great finish from Solomona.
He just reads it well, you know. They've got the numbers on the right-hand side, but he just puts himself in a position where they can't get to the outside. And then if they're you know, throw the pass, he accepts it and runs 90 yards.
And he's another of those players that you have to credit Daryl Powell with as well, isn't he? Because he was with London and then signed last year, a relative unknown. I think you'd say a relative unknown, a relative untested, well, certainly an untested product in Super League, but he has taken Super League by storm. That is now, as we said before, his 34th try in 28 Super League appearances.
Well, he got Solomona, he got McMeekin as well from London, and they've both been real successes for this club.
He's a Kiwi, Denny Solomona, was originally with Melbourne Storm, but I don't think he ever got beyond the under-20s. I don't think he ever played first grade for Melbourne.
Time on.
McShane with the kick, and he's put that wide, not that he's caring too much about that at the moment. 32-18. Jonathan Davis, Ladbrokes Challenge Cup man of the match.
Well, he scored a hat-trick, but for me, you know,
Okay, back on it now.
there he is, just he goes, the intercept is great, he goes, and that's his hat-trick, lovely finish. But for me, you know, McMeekin has played well, Webster's played well,
Time off.
Solomona's played well, but the standard player and the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup man of the match is that guy there, Paul McShane, put into the half-back position, and he has been absolutely brilliant. Try scoring, kicking, game, you know, conversions. Great performance, McShane.
Snaplet of kick-offs as well.
Yeah, doing everything now. You're doing everything now. On cue. Well done, Paul.
His century of games today, Paul McShane. He can lift his bat and take the acclaim of all those around the ground, can't he, at the end of the game? Here's Milner. He's still winding things up, is McShane. Hampshire brings it on. Gadwin Springer. 3.5 minutes left to play.
Wait.
There'll be singing and dancing here at the end.
Ball move, Kiko, man.
They always do a rendition of Sweet Caroline, don't they, after they've won, and the whole ground joins in. So if you fancy a sing-along, push the settee back, get ready. Milner at dummy half. McShane just grubbering it through, just looking for touch. Just doing the basics right again.
Enjoyed himself, hasn't he?
Just controlled it, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's got, as the game's progressed, he's got better and better and more comfortable. As I say, it's great work by Daryl Powell, constructed his game plan with that personnel, and the players have done it really, really well.
Well, if you're just switching on for final score, where have you been all afternoon? You've missed a cracker of a rugby league game, but final score will follow shortly. And if you missed it today and you're kicking yourself, don't forget to join us tomorrow, because we've got more excellent fare, 4 o'clock tomorrow, for St Helens against Hull. Jones. It's back. Louis, offloaded. What? Well, I'm not sure how that decision's been reached, but anyway, penalty.
It's a knock-on.
For Salford.
Knock-on.
And eventually,
the right one.
That's why that decision was reached. It was wrong. So it's a knock-on, and it's head and feet for Cass.
Yep, and that was the. I think that's the touch judge helping out James Child there to get the right call.
It back. It's a knock-on.
Final score following. Just to say again, final score following very, very shortly as soon as we finished here. It's a credit to the touch judge on this near side, Mark Craven, and his chat there with James Child. Together they got it right. 2 minutes to go.
Heads in, Adam.
I think with Luke Gale dropping out, you'd have thought Salford would have fancied their chances today, but they've responded exceptionally well. And like I said, McShane has just really done well.
Jai Hitchcock's now on the pitch as well for a bit of a cameo.
Well, they've used their interchanges sparingly, haven't they? Because Hitchcock's only just coming on. Tickle's only been on in the second half.
Let go, two.
Well, I think the scoreline indicates they've used them well.
Yeah. Here is Tickle. Moores ripping through again.
It's a lovely step there. Just rode the pass outside of the tackle.
Still going. Still going.
Held up. Tackle 3. On your 10 metres, Junior. Tackle 3. Tackle 3. Yeah, that's line 3. Goal line. Okay, Junior. Yeah. Goal 3.
Hard in by Patrick. Castleford Challenge Cup finalists. Wembley finalists 2 years ago. Are they setting off on a similar path again this year? Real test here today against a very good Salford side. They're passing with flying colours. They're kicking with flying colours. They're scoring with flying colours.
Wait.
And they're going into the next round draw with flying colours.
Surrender, stand! Hold. Go to.
Joseph. Murdoch Masilla. Still plenty of effort there, isn't there, from Murdoch Masilla? That's a good carry from him. Skittling players out of the way. Joseph, Salford playing, continuing right to the end with real intent.
Move!
But the last 19 seconds have been entered here. Louis spinning it across. O'Brien.
Move! Come on, Adam! Come on!
Penalty for Salford. And this will be the last act of the game. Kicked out of play, so there will just be time. The hooter sounds, but they will have to tap restart here.
Yeah, one play. There's one play.
What do they do? Might as well go for glory.
Okay.
Louis with a step. Nothing changes even if they score. Oh, Joseph, look at this! And it's just kicked out of play by Ryan Hampshire, and confirmation of a very fine Castleford win by 32 points to 12. Wonderful stuff here. Down the lane, they've enjoyed it. On a sunny afternoon, Salford have played their part. Junior Sau with a couple of tries that gave them real hope in the first half, but it's Cass who win it in the end. Man of the match is Paul McShane, and he now is with Tanya Arnold.
Well, congratulations on a man of the match performance. Given all the players you had out, what does that victory say about this group of players you've got?
Yeah, we've been on about it all year. Some of us results haven't gone our way, but as togetherness is there to show week in, week out, and I think today proved it. We like you say, some key players missing. Darryl's noticed it, simple things up, and I think it worked for us.
And how much does it mean to you to be in the hat for the next round of the Challenge Cup?
Oh, it's massive, you know. These boys are still hungry from when they were there over here, so to get there this year, it'd be amazing.
Congratulations, Paul. Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you. Cheers.
We've got an awful lot to react to, and we will do it in the BBC Rugby League Forum, which will be on connected TVs and on the BBC Sport website, and then it'll be on the red button from 5:30. But very quickly, Brian Noble, that was a remarkable Castleford performance.
Thoroughly deserved as well. They out-enthused, they outplayed, and they found enough creativity to get themselves over the line more often than not.
It was a cracking time. We want your questions to Brian. We also want questions to Dennis Betts, the Widnes coach in England, assistant head coach. Hashtag BBCRL if you want to get in touch. And we want to hear from Castleford and Salford fans as they celebrate here at the Jungle. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got St Helens against Hull. That will be on BBC Two tomorrow afternoon. And next here on BBC One, there's been a remarkable day at the Stadium of Light. So join Jason Mohammed and Final Score. They're next. See you tomorrow.
Yes, we've kept them waiting, but it's Final Score coming up next. And tonight, Match of the Day has all the games and goals on this penultimate weekend of Premier League action at 10:30 here on BBC One.
The Women's FA Cup Final. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Live from Wembley. Next Saturday at 1:30.